Welcome in, guys. Welcome
Hello.
to another.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Anyway, now, so welcome in, Pete. Welcome, Nick and Claire. Now, sorry about that, Richard. Now, what were you saying about your sound?
I have a soundboard that hooks up to my computer,
Nice.
Okay, nice.
so that
I'm
helps.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, and welcome in, Jeannie. So we got 3 in here.
Hi, Jeannie.
Did everybody told Molly? Because I know Molly was asking if I was
I
streaming.
did.
Yeah, probably.
I did.
But he told the mod chat, so basically
I
everyone.
did.
Yeah. So yeah, and obviously you have to be subscribed to see the thumbnail. Otherwise,
Yes.
you're not going to see the thumbnail unless
Exactly.
you're.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
she is over here. I thought so.
I believe so.
That would be weird. She isn't. Anyways, guys,
Mhm.
tonight we're going to have a good topic. Obviously, I definitely want to make sure we because I did get my first review from my client. Please go check out the Agent Profiler. So if you're really looking to travel and you are definitely looking for someone solid, please. And Mike's already checked it out. He can verify what my client has said.
Yes, because I looked it up.
And it was a very good review. We won't tell you what it is. We'll let you go check it out. So it's at the Travel Leaders Network / my name Agent Profile. So so please go check it out. So if you're definitely anybody that's watching or maybe Ninja watching and you are definitely looking to travel, I now have a review for you to able to see. In fact, you'll actually be able to see some of the spots I have visited.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I put a map up of spots that I've toured. Of course, you could.
Nice. Nice. That is good.
Did he just freeze?
Okay.
No, it connection just kicked in and out. I'm back.
Okay.
All right.
It is. It's getting near that end of the month thing until I can boot it up.
Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, so welcome in, everybody. So here's the question to everybody in the chat, and it's going to be this is going to be a dual question. The first question, and this even for, and I know what Mike's answer is, and
you probably know my answer. You know that.
I know Richard's kind of like me when it comes to the lines, but the bottom line is the double question is this, and this will be the full topic for the evening. And obviously, the question is: have you ever used a travel agent, and why would you want to use a travel agent? Since I've really got the reverb and I've been able to talk with my client via I've had several emails. I'm gonna so I will save my comments for shorter, but I'm going to throw it out to you two first.
All right.
I mean, and I know Richard. Well, let's go ahead with Richard because he's kind of in.
I had to search up something. I had to figure out.
Okay. Oh, there's Molly.
Wait a minute. Before we start, we have
I don't have those on this one. Remember?
This is the wrong person.
Oh yeah.
No. This is. But we can do this. It's a small world.
Anyway, that was an interesting one.
Totally out of sync, but that's okay.
Anyway, Molly, welcome in, Molly. The topic for tonight is: have you ever used a travel agent, and why would you use a travel agent? And I'm going to, well, we love you too, Molly. I mean, you're special, especially if you can forget some things. And some people know why.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
And I will tell you this. If you guys have not seen it, and I know I'm sure most of everybody is, but anybody that may be new and Ninja watching, go check out the Triple C show on Sunday night. It was actually a pretty good interview. It's over on the Pete McDevitt show. And that's fine, Maui. Some people do. But I will tell you this. So let me go. I know Richard is
I'm searching up something. Yeah.
So we'll throw the topic question to you first, Mike.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the first part of the answer is yes. Who I use is the one of my she is an amazing friend of mine. She owns her own the Disney the travel business, and she is doing it very well. Now, mind you, the reason why I use her is because she is very friendly. She will she will work with you on your budget. Where do you want to stay? Your dining reservations. She will give you a lot of a lot of her the tips and tricks. She is but she goes to the parks all the time. She is up to date on like all the deals, everything. I mean, she is there right now, and she just did a dining review on a restaurant that I hadn't even heard of before. So, I mean, she goes down to Disney a lot, and she is very, very knowledgeable, and I trust her. And when I go to the Disney next, hopefully within the next couple of years, I will be using her.
Okay.
That's good. And here's the thing, and Molly said a key component, and this is coming from a travel agent. It's all about the planning, okay? Because there's multiple people. The thing is, some people love to plan their own thing, which is good. Which means that they love planning it. Most likely, they are going to be meticulous to looking into things very thorough. But for anybody that, because some people like to do both. Some like to have some planning, but then they like to have that back. Because I have talked with a lot of people that have done agents who haven't done agents, where they say, and I will tell you as a travel agent, one of my first questions is, do you have a set itinerary, a budget? Those are some of the first few questions I ask them. And that's some of the things that I tell them. I mean, when I am talking to a client, my first thing is I tell them everything. Let me know everything that you want. Okay. Tell me about yourselves a little bit. What kind of experiences are you want? Do you have some idea of what you want to do? Do you have a set, which would be the itinerary, or we need to plan an itinerary? Because some people actually, and part of it is, Molly, I've seen people that have come to travel agents, and I'm not saying you need to use a travel agent. I'm just saying some people have come to travel agents with an itinerary and said, this is what I want, this is what I want. But then what's actually extra special is sometimes those travel agents can look and actually find other special stuff along with that itinerary, or maybe say, well, and maybe there may be things on their itinerary maybe they couldn't book, but maybe that agent can book, or maybe says, look, we're having trouble booking this. Maybe point out other things that are similar to that, whatever is on that person's itinerary.
Now, now with my friend, okay. Now, mind you, when I went, we had the masks, we had all of this stuff. Now that all of that has been lifted, now my days in the parks are not going to be so restricted. So now it's like, ooh, I can actually do the fireworks. I can actually stay in the parks longer. So with this now, especially with your dining reservations, especially with those hard to get places, a travel agent is really good at this because they will be on the phone at 7 a.m. Eastern time with Disney on the phone. I have seen her be on the phone for a long time getting those deals for with her clients, finding those very hard to get at the dining reservations. I mean, you name it, and she can do it. She will find a way with with it to do it, and make sure for with your dining reservations, you know what you want. Now, me going into my next trip, I kind of know where I want to go, but yet it's going to be a little bit different because now that the dining plan is back, hallelujah, that and that's even better too because you don't have to worry as much about where you eat because with the dining plan, that is a big help money wise. And if you are looking to save some money, get the dining plan. It is worth it. I've done it. It's worth the money. Now, I know that, and also too, there are things that you can do, like with the excursions and stuff, but that with the cost a little bit extra, but she can reserve them, like your golf.
And she'll also tell you, and I will tell you this too,
and all that kind of stuff.
I will tell you, even as a Disney agent, I will. When you're talking about getting the dining plan, it depends on who you are.
Exactly.
What kind your budget you're looking at.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Sometimes there may be times where I may say, you may not want the dining plan because of what you're looking for. It just depends on what kind of itinerary and experiences they're wanting, and exactly what their budget is. Well,
right. One of the things that was good is that when I did it, now here is another the idea of the way that I plan on my trips, knowing what I'm doing and which parks I'm going to be in. That's all great, but another one of my layers was look. Now when I went on my last trip, I mean, I actually researched what I needed to bring in terms of like masks and rules and stuff because with the last time I was there was at the 2011 before my last trip, and now mind you, with that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, now let me. I'm going to add on to something about that. You are getting into mask and rules. That's the
right.
I mean, obviously you can research that as yourself, but the one thing the one good thing about an agent, a travel agent, they will be up to date. They will say you will now. These are some of the rules that are in effect now. They will be on top of that and say you need to be aware of this rule, this rule, this rule. How will it affect their itinerary and what they want to do?
Yeah.
Let's come back to you. We'll come back to you, Mike. I want to hear some of Richard's on what he's thinking of about using the travel agent, because he kind of is a travel agent, but he does it for specific things. But
I am a travel agent for specific things, exactly. But I personally go through a group that does meet up online for like a YouTube community kind of like meetup and hangout kind of thing, which is really nice. It's really cool. I won't plug its name because I don't want to be plugged. But they are a very, very friendly group that in the we are in December. December. We're going to be going on to a cruise with the whole group. So that for that one, it's going to be over 200 people all in one cruise.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute. No taking over the Disney treasure yet there, Bob.
It is a Disney ship. Yes, I am not telling you which one.
I already know which one it probably is. I'm going to bet you it's going to probably be the treasure, because the treasure comes out.
Probably going to be the treasure, yeah.
I know he won't tell us. I know he won't tell us, but that I would put a small.
That's my guess.
I'm not going to say I'll be right, but I wouldn't be. I bet I'm pretty close.
It could be. You could be pretty close. She does like going on to cruises. She always likes going on to the newest thing, the newest one out there. So it is December. Dave knows which ones come out at that time.
I know which one.
And she'll go on, and we're going on to a new one. So
nice.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Believe it or not, there's a few new ones. The Jubilee comes out this year.
Yep.
It just launched out of Galveston, Texas. We know the Icon just came out earlier this month.
Yep.
Utopia comes out later this summer for Royal Caribbean, and of course the Disney Treasure comes out, and of course again Royal Caribbean has another one coming out next year.
As
well. But then also Disney has that other one that they're working on. I haven't known when they're releasing that. I think that's coming out.
Either 1 to 2 years. They haven't set a date. They haven't set a date.
The one that they're refurbishing, not they ain't building it broke, but the one they're refurbishing, I think comes out in 25 or 26.
Yeah, we don't know the exact date of them yet. I think late 2025 probably. You seem to like to do that, but my preference was because their community, they were there before we started to become agents ourselves. And so we're agents for ourselves. We don't really go with them anymore, but we're still part of the community, and we're still going on to their like special, hey, let's everyone join onto one ship and have a party. We're just going to have fun. I'll try to record some of it, but let's see on that one. It matters if it's the new ship or not. So
I bet you it is, but
yeah.
I think
he's not going to release it to us. But Mike, I'm pretty sure we both agree. We pretty know which one it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we could be wrong.
If it is that one, Dave, it's not going to Castaway Cay or going to the new Lighthouse Point yet.
No, it's not.
I thought it was going to get a boat.
Yeah.
I see.
So we do really want to go to Castaway Cay again and Lighthouse Point. We want to finally go to Lighthouse Point again.
Nice.
That'd be nice to go to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to decide. Do I go with my sisters to Hawaii next year, or do I take a cruise? Because now, because they invited me to go to Hawaii next year. So,
go to Hawaii.
And here you go again.
Yeah, Dave. There's an option out there, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it's Royal Caribbean, and they do island hopping. So it goes from one island to another island to another island to another island, all in Hawaii. It's a thought.
Yeah, it could be.
Get all the whole full experience at once.
a lot of it will
Alani.
be what is my sister's
I know.
want too.
Alani.
It won't be
I would
just
say
my sister,
Alani.
it will be theirs as well. So
Alani.
You could do a lot
Now,
of research.
don't get me
on
wrong.
Alani.
If you know of anyone that been to Hawaii or lived in Hawaii, everyone knows one island, Oahu, which is Alani, which is the Dole Whip factory,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
a lot of other
Yes.
things too, counting a very, very big city.
Yes.
Oahu is the most touristy of all the
Yes.
islands of Hawaii.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
if you want to see more beauty, then you want to go to the big island of Hawaii. You want to go to Maui.
Probably Maui. Yes.
Probably Maui, which is the
Probably
most.
Maui.
Maui is
Okay.
the most.
What do you count as beautiful though? Would that be seeing
That would be everything
seeing
from
volcanoes up close or
that
seeing
could be
waterfalls?
everything from small land, like cultural land,
Me?
to the mountains, to the volcanoes, to the national park. Maui, because here's the thing about Maui too.
Big Island has like 3 beaches. It has no sand.
Now, if you want
It's all
beaches,
rock. It's all rock.
well, here's the thing.
Well,
Maui's
it's
another
lava rock.
one that Maui's got a few good beaches on it too. So Maui,
Yes, Maui probably.
Maui.
Yeah. Maui.
Oh, Mama D's in the
Sandy
house.
Beach.
Hi, Debbie
Yeah.
Burnfeld. Debbie's in the house.
Yeah, I would say Maui probably. That's the one of them I have not been to.
Yeah,
I-
well,
I-
my sister,
when I-
believe it or
when I-
not, we're going to the Big Island.
So when you go to the Big Island, it's going to be really neat to just try to drive through the center. There's a center highway that splits Maui and the Big Island, Hawaii, in half, and on both sides is volcanoes. There's 2 volcanoes on that one island.
Nice.
And
so,
yeah. Now here's my thing, and here you've been to Hawaii at least once, Richard.
Yes, Big Island.
And now as a travel agent that does everything from aquatic trips to domestic trips to cruise lines. Most if you're doing domestic trips, a lot of it you could probably do yourself.
Probably.
Depending on what you want and what you're seeking for is, outside of a normal itinerary of lodging, food, things like that.
Yep.
When you got somebody, what would your recommendation? Would you use a travel agent? Kind of going back to the topic here, would you use a travel agent for Hawaii, or would you try planning it yourself? I mean, because with what I'm knowing, I'm telling you,
it matters on what kind of person you are. Like Molly.
Was their first time? Let me tell
like Molly said, it was your first time, but do you like to plan? Do you like to look at the island beforehand and figure out what things you want to do, what things you're going to book, how far ahead you want to book them? Because for Maui or for any of the Hawaiian islands, it is hard to find out or book a luau, really, because they're always booked. You have to do it like 3 to 4 months ahead of time.
Well, and that's what I was going to tell my sister. I figure.
Yeah, exactly. And you just
they're probably looking to go about March of next year, so I'm probably going to start looking about June, July,
or just find someone, or just like you said, you have a specialty for your cruise, for your dealing out there, which is a lot like Disney or some cruise lines or cruise ships. There are people out there that specialize in deals that you can find for Hawaii.
Actually, I have completed the
There's
Hawaii.
quite a bit of them, really.
I've actually completed the Hawaii specialist, so I got added.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. You see what I mean though? There could be they could have like a discount on Royal Caribbean going from Maui to Alani to Big Island to whatever.
Right. Yeah, and it just depends. And you said it, and that's why I said it, just like Maui. She said she likes to plan and be in control.
Yes, she would be a good travel agent, really.
Absolutely.
That's the type of person that loves it. But for most people,
she likes to. she likes to book and everything, but she would not find the deals that we do. The people that are the agents,
Bingo.
because we look for them. Because
There
we
you
look
go.
for them every
That's-
single
Deals are
day.
always
That's,
changing.
and sometimes
The deals
here's
are
the
always
thing.
changing, and you got to
Yeah,
be
the deals are always
Here-
changing. It's
like,
just like
on
money.
Here's the big
like,
advantage
the
for
minute
being
the
it.
deals go
You
out.
just said that you
you'll
just
let
hit
your
the nail
clients
on the
know.
head. It's
Yeah.
not only finding the deals, but sometimes agents can actually get special deals. know,
Mhm.
Not only that, also, but no one thinks of this, but my sister has found out. Me and my sister have found out for, let's say, booking your flight to and from a certain destination.
Yep.
You can find and look up cheaper prices for your flights, and you can go down with the first one, come up with the new one. You save about $30 to $40, and you're putting that back in your pocket, or
Yep.
whoever's paying for it. You're putting back into the pocket of the person that wants to use your service. Because guess what? It's an incentive. You get more money for what the cheaper things that you get to do.
Right.
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, because
And I know cruises are the same. So you can find cheaper and better cruises on the same cruise ship that you're going on. That is like, we found it and we did it where it was $200 cheaper.
Now I will
for unbooking and rebooking.
That is true about 99% of the time. Now I will tell you this. Sometimes
it's a fine water to tread, but you just got to know what you're doing.
You do, because sometimes you may actually catch deals online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More than agents will, because I had that. There's a Facebook group I'm part of, which is a lot of the travel agents through the hosting company that I go through. And we actually had an agent ask about that because the clients actually found something cheaper than what the agent was able to produce. Now, maybe it got reduced when the client was actually ready to book.
Yeah.
And when they found it. So, but that's a rare, I will tell you that actually is a rare thing. Because 90% of the time, and this is why I tell you too, Richard, you would agree with me. That's why I'm saying whether you're doing a cruise or if you fly a lot, make sure you're checking out the reward points. Because those things can make a difference.
Oh, they can make a difference as well.
They can make a big difference when you're booking a cruise or a flight. Would you agree, Richard?
Oh, I think we lost him.
Yeah, we did lose him.
Not sure yet.
So I don't know if. Okay, well, if he comes back, I'll have him answer that question. Just remind me of that question because I wrote.
Yeah, I will. But Dave, honestly, too, I will say now. Okay, all right. So, yeah. Okay. So, to go with what you were going towards, I'm going to go the other way. New York City. A lot of people want to come.
Grief from the dark side. Oh, Pete.
But seriously, though, Dave. Okay.
Yes.
If you. Okay, now, New York, for Radio City Music Hall, those tickets sell out quick. You literally have to be like on the dot to get them because they will sell out very, very quickly, as well as a Broadway show sometimes. Because,
but those are specific people, Mike. That is a specific people, because I will tell you,
what I'm saying,
as long as I've been studying the travel and tourism industry.
Yeah, but this is why you use a travel agent for this kind of stuff, because they know when this stuff goes on sale. They know where to lead you, and sometimes they may be able.
Well, they may be able to get your tickets. They can probably get.
as well as with the hotel reservations and everything else, because it because with New York, with it being such a big city as it is, I mean, there is a lot of things to do. Like the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building. You've got the
Oh,
Rock Center.
oh,
You have Top of the Rock. Oh
oh, poor
no!
Richard.
Oh
Poor,
no! Oh dear!
ouch.
Oh dear!
Burned and crashed. Ouch.
Oof! Jeez! Oh
Yeah.
my! But seriously though, with this kind of stuff, they can tell you how to get the tickets, where to get the tickets, and things like that. Okay, when I go to DC, I usually do most of it myself because I already know which hotel I want. I already know what I'm going to do. And I basically know where to navigate it. Now, over something like Disney or even a place that I've never been to, I would rather go to a travel agent who has been there to
Well, that's
tell
what I'm
me
saying.
what they
I mean,
recommend.
Obviously, okay.
I'm just saying.
Now speaking
Well,
from,
that's the way I think. Hmm.
you go to DC, come to the meetup. See, there you go. He said it. Come to the meet. Baltimore, Maryland ain't that far from DC.
I know.
But here's my thing on that. And you would be correct, because obviously my first niche was when I started domestic travel. That's what my whole thing is about. Domestic travel as well as cruise line. And now I'm getting into the exotic,
Now doing an international travel.
Hawaii, Alaska, Antarctica,
Right.
the Galapagos Islands, obviously
Canada.
Europe, because that would be considered an exotic trip.
Correct.
Depending on where you're traveling, but it would still be an exotic,
right?
An exotic trip. And the thing about it is, even whether it's domestic or whether it's one of those type of trips, just be aware that sometimes, and sometimes people can do a good planning on their own. I'm not going to say that. Like, Molly likes to plan on her own, and I guarantee you she has fun doing it. And that's awesome. I respect it. You know what?
Absolutely.
And hopefully she's getting the best deal she can get.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Just sometimes, and the thing about it is, the agents do the best time. They do the best that they can. They try. If they're a good agent, they will do the best they can.
Which I have had the best. And believe it or not, when I went down to Disney in 2011, I got the most amazing deal that I wasn't even expecting. And then when I found out about it, I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, we will take the deal. 100%. It was kind of a shock, but we were also willing to work with our agent. Now, that's the other thing, too. Working well with your agent is going to go a long way with this. It really is.
And here's the thing. Well, here's a good thing. And speaking, this is the one good thing. Because if they are a good agent, unless you're someone that, and some, it also depends on, and Pete and Richard said a good point. If they're good planners and they're good researchers, they're going to find this stuff. It may not necessarily be the same deals that you would get to the travel agent, but I'm not going to say it's going to be worse or better than the deals that travel agent. The only difference is sometimes you can't always, when you do it on your own, you can't always guarantee things like you can going through a travel agent, because a travel agent, for one, the one thing I will tell you as a travel agent, and I will tell this to anybody, and the more I've studied on the cruise lines and airlines, you may want to think about the insurance, particularly at a specific time of year. Like if you're going on a cruise during a hurricane, get the insurance because now it's covered by the insurance. That like if there's a hurricane during your thing and you can't board because of it,
right,
and they have to reschedule it, then that insurance covers that for the rescheduling, and it does help recover with some flights and
one of the things
so that would be one of the advantages to using a travel agent versus doing it on your own, trying to cover it yourself, because like and sometimes they may be able to do it better. The only big thing sometimes that makes the difference may be the insurance, and that comes down to when are you going, what kind of itinerary are you doing,
correct,
and because you can't guarantee you. I mean, people get sick. Sometimes you have deaths in the family. I mean, like if I was to schedule for a cruise during this last period in the last 3 weeks, I wouldn't be going anywhere because of the fact that everything that was going on.
Correct. And to be honest, another thing too, speaking about the weather, I would highly recommend I would highly recommend search your weather app and look at the weather and see what it's going to do in terms of weather. Like, okay, for example, this past weekend in Disney World, it rained the entire weekend. Now, I would have been doing a resort hop.
And it was kind of chilly. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Cold, hot, whatever. You don't know what it's going to do. That's why looking at the weather is a good idea. I mean, even though I'm not in Disney right now, I always like to see what it is during at different times of the year.
And you can't even guarantee that.
Right.
Exactly. What you're looking at one moment is going to be something else. That's even cruise lines.
I know.
I mean, I was expecting, when I originally looked at the weather, when I took the one cruise that I did with Carnival, this was many years ago. It was the only cruise that I've done to date.
Right.
We didn't expect it. It started Nassau. It was okay.
Right.
Though I think later in the afternoon, I think it kind of started to sprinkle.
Right.
Saturday, we were at Freeport, and it rained all day. And then Sunday was our day at the sea, and
that's true. That's very true, Debbie.
That's why I'm saying. That's why we're talking about the differences. And
that's why I plan for everything.
Have you ever used a travel agency? And have you ever used a travel agent? And why would you use a travel agent? Well, these are just some of the reasons that we predicted. And one of the biggest things is that travel insurance, because you never know what's going to happen. It could be weather. It could be illness. It could be
anything.
Family emergency. It could be something as simple as that you were supposed to get on a flight, and all of a sudden that flight, something happened with the plane, and it cost you to leave an hour, which then in turn could cost you a boarding on the cruise, which then you missed the ship. Well, that insurance right there would cover, and all you have to do is call the cruise line, and they would somehow they would, one, get a hold of your agent. And let your agent know, and also call the cruise line, because then between the cruise line and the agent, they would get it straightened out. Whether it is you to fly you to the next port and catch up with you, because they have done that through all the studying that through all the training that I have done. They have done that, Or they may say, okay, because of that, they may schedule on another cruise and reschedule your flights. And, working with, obviously, if you went through the travel agent, they would work with the travel agent, or working with the client, and get that all straightened out. This is why a travel agent has to be on its A game.
Yeah. Can I say something on that, Dave? Honestly, I would say this. If you are going on a cruise, and I don't care which one it is, I have watched videos of people being like, oh, I missed my cruise because I flew the same day. For the love of God, go in a couple days before, just in case something happens. Because I literally saw this one time, and I'm like,
now it depends on where you're coming from.
In my mind, I'm like, you idiot.
Now, now I will tell you this. It just depends on where you're coming from. Like let me give you this.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But you are right about that. If you're coming in, I'm going to tell you as an agent. Now, if my client is coming out of state, I would have told him, look, I recommend you flying in the night before to make sure everything is still to go. But my client is about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Port Canaveral. So they don't need to. Just make sure you're there 3 to 4 hours before your boarding time.
Right.
So that you can get through the check in your luggage, make sure you're and they knew their departing time was at 4:00. So I told them, I said, you want to be there by 12, give you a 4-hour leeway. So, it just depends on where you're coming from, but you are correct. As an agent, I would not be aware of that and where they're coming from. So,
and the other thing that I've noticed with, with watching the videos and stuff sometimes, it's like, if the itinerary has to change for whatever reason, I'm going to say this, read the fine print. Because there is a specific one that people are complaining about. And I'm not going to say where, and I'm not going to say why. But
you'll have to tell me off screen. Tell me off screen.
I will.
I want to hear about this.
I will tell you.
Because this is why, as a travel agent, this is why I'll tell you, make sure you get the insurance. Because if you get the travel insurance, that can counteract.
I'm going to tell you, Dave, go on to IG, and I will tell you.
Because I would tell you this now, unless you're one of those people that are like left in behind in the porch where your ship cruise, they tell you to be at a specific time, and they're pulling out, and you're running down the.
That's another thing.
That's a whole different story. We'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's a big.
We may do that on the cruise line travel show tomorrow night. That might be a good time about people being left behind because they're not thinking about the thing.
Right.
Hey, Mike. Maybe you can write that down somewhere because I know I'll forget if I don't write it down. That'll be a good topic for tomorrow night if you're coming on.
Yep, I will be here tomorrow night.
And it's not funny, but the cruise line's got to do what they got to do because you're talking. You got several. You got a few. You got a couple thousand people on the cruise, so it's unfair to them that they're being hold another half an hour to an hour. But, needless to say. So while you're doing that, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and play my commercial, guys.
Go ahead.
Give me I'm going to take we'll be back 2-2.
I sent you the message on the IG.
What is that game show that says, I think, was it, I think it was Alex Trebek that said, we'll be back 2-2. Or maybe that
Hi, my name is David, and I am the travel agent and owner of the Cantrell Country Travelway. I am here to help you with your travel needs, from beautiful sights across our great country to beautiful voyages of vast oceans. While on a cruise or learning about and seeing historical cultural cities across Europe, whatever your needs, come talk to me. I am a very friendly and honest person, will help you with your travel wants and desires. So like our slogan says, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find that magical vacation.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. So if you are wanting to travel, make sure you guys are contact me.
Yeah,
guys,
so that was the video that I saw.
Yes, and don't forget
ago.
to hit the like, subscribe, and share out the stream if you're enjoying it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying it, so you'll know to come back, and definitely subscribe.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are getting some good information out of this. Yeah. But it can be crazy, and I just got your post about the Antarctica. That's weird. You'll have to explain that one to me.
I will.
And something might have happened. It might be something might have happened, and they had no choice. But
I understand
they don't necessarily
that,
always
and I
have to
respect
give a reason for why.
Right. I mean,
people had to just be with the fact that if it's something that was going to be dangerous.
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but there had to be a reason for it, and it's stuff like that.
You'll have to tell me after stream.
I will. Hey, listen, Dave.
I don't want
to
bring
get
no
to bed
names.
because
I'm not going to bring any.
I am tired. I'm not going to do that, but that was the basic one. Hey, listen, I need to go to bed because I'm like literally falling asleep.
Anyway.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep. It's almost 10:30, so I need to finish eating dinner anyways here for pretty quick, so I can lay down and tag out myself pretty quick here. There's the key factor, Debbie. That is the key factor right there. Now, like Molly said earlier, there are people who do like to plan, and they love the control of making their own plans and arrangements, and that is awesome. If you're capable of doing it, then I suggest you do it. But if it's causing you stress and pressure on planning a trip, and making arrangements and going on, then you seriously may want to think about. You may seriously want to think about doing the travel arrangements. So, I mean, obviously, So, I mean, so yeah, obviously you want to, my thing is this, that's why I'm saying if you want to, oh, hold on, let me turn that down. I'm trying to get to my clipboard. That's, never mind. That's the wrong one. Here's the link for that. That's to my Facebook. You can see some videos that my client posted. I encourage you to please go check out that. She posted a video or two that she made for me on what she thought about the trip and how I was able to help her. In fact, the link I just posted is the link to my profile, which it is the review that she wrote for me on how she was satisfied. So you'll see a review for that. I'm just doing some posting, guys. And of course, here is the link for, and then I just posted the link for my travel agent profile. I'm more than happy to answer, and even if you just got questions, if I'm more than willing to. Oh, okay, cool, Debbie. Check it out. So I mean, I'm more than willing. I can arrange flights. I can arrange cruise lines. I can do domestic travel. I can do exotic travel. I definitely can do Disney. I can help you with Disney. So, and I may try to bring on some. I'm going to have to check out what I can use and what I can't use on my on this. But obviously, so if you are new and you definitely want to check me out, just give me a holler. Especially if you go to the travel agent page, it has a whole listing. You'll find some new stuff on it, and you'll find out some trips that I have done. You'll find the crew. You'll find the one review that my client did. So, and my slogan is this, guys. As far as my travel agent, if you're ninja watching and all that, I appreciate it. Thank you. My slogan is always this: let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find that magic. I will do my darndest to bring the magic to you and everything that I can do. No, I've got to book yet. I still got to do that. Yeah, no, I got to look at, I'm going to go into one of my suppliers and look for a flight in the next couple of weeks. I mean, I've secured my hotel because I'm actually going to fly in the night before. I'm flying in. I'll have to recheck. I think I'm flying in the 15th through the 19th. I think I got the 15th and 16th, 17th, 18th. So, yeah. I have to double check my dates, and then I'll be looking to fly into because I think I'm doing a day early. Well, I'm glad you're here, Marion. I'm glad Adam, Blake, and Reba, and I hope you guys are doing good. sorry I didn't get to answer your question there earlier. Yes, I'm doing good. I just wanted to stay on topic with this because this is my travel thing, and this is how I'm definitely partially promoting my thing. I'm going to actually start doing some more promotional on Instagram and on my Facebook page with the travel. So be on the lookout for those. So yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going to fly out on Monday and fly home in August because the kids are back in school, but I'm about to have some changes to my schedule and changes to my duties at work. So I'm waiting to see how that all plays out in the next couple of weeks or so. So with that, guys, obviously we only do this show for about an hour. I'm glad you guys came, and I'm glad you guys were able to end here. I hope you guys did get some good information tonight as to why it's a good way to use a travel agent. Especially a Disney travel agent, because it can help you with the stress and take off the pressure. And I mean, it was kind of not so much on Disney, but a travel agent itself. But anyways, so with that, don't forget tomorrow night we do have the cruise line and the travel agency, the cruise line travel agent or the Cantrell Country Travelway cruise line show tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I hope to start on time. I had a couple of issues at work that caused me to get off a little bit later than I was expecting, and so that's why we pushed back to 9:35. Normally it'll be 9 o'clock. But glad y'all could be here. Thank you for being here, Mary and Debbie and Pete. And thank you for Richard, and thank you, Molly, for coming in. And thank you for Richard joining us for up until the poor guys. And Nick and Claire, thank you for jumping in. And Jeannie, thank you for being in here for a while. I'm pretty sure you guys are over on another stream. But glad you guys could come in and are having fun. And I hope you guys really did enjoy the show tonight. With that, I'm going to say, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find that magical vacation. Have a good night, everyone.